You drink coffee, man, or no?
Where was he looking when this camera started, when this camera hit record? He was looking off screen. It's like his brain wasn't even there.
You drink coffee, man, or no?
Nah.
Really?
There is something called the yes and. So when somebody tells you or asks you a question or they start something and you just say no, and you just start shaking your head back and forth and back and forth. When you're in a situation that's improvised, in an interview like this, it's improvised. And when you're on a date, it's improvised. Nothing is scripted. You don't want to do what Mark Zuckerberg has done right here, which is to shut the person down by saying no. And then just not, just take your head and shake it back and forth, because you can see the host on the podcast, Theo is just like, what do I do with this? And it like literally goes on for like 3 or 4 seconds of silence where Mark Zuckerberg is literally shutting him down with his body language. If he had said no, but sometimes on vacation, and then opens it back up with a sense of yes. And what he says is a total negation of the energy. Let's also talk for a minute about the posture. Okay, somebody has obviously coached Mark Zuckerberg on, you need to sit up straight, you need to have good posture, and you don't cross your arms, and they told him just put his arms out there on the table. Okay, that's not a bad start, but it comes off like he's a mannequin. It comes off like he is modeling a not so attractive white t-shirt in a department store with one little piece of jewelry. It comes off as very, very unnatural. Yeah, let's play a little more.
You drink coffee, man, or no?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you've had it.
I have. Sometimes on vacation, I'll drink it recreationally. It's like every once in a while.
Just like a celebration.
Yeah, sometimes on vacation, I will drink it recreationally. Most people talk about some pretty tough drugs in that sense. I guess we could say that the verbal words that he's using are also going to add to the awkwardness. I mean, we've got the awkwardness of his posture. We've got the awkwardness of just having the shut down no that you don't want to do on a date. But then he's talking about it. Yeah, sometimes recreationally on vacation, I'll have coffee. Just a really, really weird way to say that. Well, you could say, actually, no, I don't drink coffee. Actually, I save it for when I'm on vacation. It's kind of a treat for me. He could have said it in a much more jovial, fun, lifting sort of thing that the host could have played off of. He could have said things like that, but instead he is up in his head somewhere else. And I would say that's why it feels so awkward. The words coming out of your mouth are part of it. Where your attention is, the kind of cues that you're sending to somebody else. Really, the thing that is just painful to watch in this interview. He's making it so hard on the host to carry the conversation forward. You don't have to do a whole lot. Practice the basic yes and. There are a lot of women out there that complain that this is what guys are like in conversations. Maybe not quite this bad, but I bet you if we took a survey, there would be a lot of women that said, I have been on tons of dates, particularly from online, that are just like this. And for them, it's an immediate no. Who wants to live in a world that is this awkward? And we're talking about a billionaire here. We're talking about a man that has obscene amounts of wealth. When you're faced with your actual social interaction with the person, literally when you sit down at that table and you're working on your social interaction with her, she's not thinking about how much money you have. If you're super awkward, if your head is in some other place, if you're distracted, she's not really going to be thinking about your money at all. She's going to be thinking, boy, hanging out with this guy isn't that much fun. Hanging out with this guy is super awkward. Getting yourself into the place where you can connect with her, where you can have the type of conversation, the type of experience, the type of body language, the type of fun that you should have on a date with a woman. That's what really matters at the end of the day. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Check out the other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Take it easy. Bye.